Question 1. Explain the concepts and capabilities of ETL Server. Answer. ETL Server is developed by Microsoft for developing web-based applications. ETL Server is a library of C++ classes that allow developers to build internet-based applications. It includes a template library which is dedicated for use with developing web-based applications. It provides the functionality required to build large-scale internet sites like SOAP, messaging, caching facilities, threading facilities, regular expression processing, management of session state, performance monitoring, MIME support, integration with ease, and class for interacting with security cryptographic infrastructure. Question 2. Explain the ETL server architecture. Answer. The web server receives requests from the client and passes them on to the SRP extension DLL. When the request is for a file extension handled by that DLL, the SRP extension DLL receives requests from ease and passes them on to the appropriate web application DLL. Web application DLLs provide application-specific functionality for handling requests and generating responses. Server response files are text files that contain the static parts of a response and special tags describing where request handler methods can be called to generate the dynamic parts of the response. Question 3. Why ETL Server? Answer. ETL Server is a set of native C++ classes that allows developers to create web applications, XML web services, and other server applications. Many classes may also be used in client applications or components. Question 4. What is SRF files? Answer. SRF files contain HTML and script tags denoted by the opening and closing braces. A single SRF file may call code from a number of application DLLs, and a single application DLL may serve a number of SRF files. The simplest SRF file must contain one or more references to application DLLs and one or more calls to a function within those DLLs. Question 5. What is the information that SRFs typically contain? Answer. SRF files contain HTML and script tags denoted by the opening and closing braces. A single SRF file may call code from a number of application DLLs, and a single application DLL may serve a number of SRF files. Following is a list of tags used in the SRF. The code page tag within an SRF is used when the SRF is parsed. The comment tag does not rendered on the client web browser. The handler tag specifies the name of the web application DLL and the name of the request handler. There can only be one handler tag per SRF. The include tag inserts the rendered content of another SRF at the current position of the SRF that uses it. The locale tag signifies that any content rendered after that point in the file should support the locale that is specified. The replacement tag is a customized tag that is replaced with content from the request handler within your web application DLL. The subhandler tag defines an additional request handler. Unlike the handler tag, there can be multiple subhandler tags within an SRF. Question 6. Explain the three main components of the ETL Server project: the web application DLL, the SRP extension DLL, and the server response file. Answer. There can be many web application DLLs in a virtual directory which can provide one or more named request handlers. They have the functionality for handling requests and generating responses. They expose request handlers that communicate with the SRP extension DLL. Each web application DLL can be used from multiple server response files. Server response files are basically text files. They contain the static parts of a response and special tags. These special tags describe where request handler methods can be called to generate the dynamic parts of the response. Each server response file can use more than one web application DLL. The requests from ease are received by the SRP extension DLL and are passed to the appropriate web application DLL. It provides the request handling infrastructure and common services used by the web application DLLs. One SRP extension DLL exists per virtual directory and it handles requests for files with the DLL and SRF extensions. Question 7. What is a stencil in ETL Server? Answer. A stencil is any text file that contains special tags understood by stencil class, used to parse a stencil and generate a text stream by replacing elements found within the stencil by output generated by an object implementing the tag replacer interface or a derived class. A SRF is a stencil containing tags understood by HTML stencil. The stencil processor is a feature which allows content generation based on the stencil SRF files. It allows separating the static part of the response from dynamic content. Question 8. What is preset? Answer. In Windows, thread is an unit of execution. Process is the environment in which thread executes. Scheduler schedules the threads, not the process. In Unix variants, thread is treated as lightweight process. Scheduler schedules the process, not threads. Question 9. What is ATLAS Win80? Answer. ATLAS Win80 is the name of a window class that helps provide ATL's control hosting functionality. When you create an instance of this class, the window procedure will automatically use the control hosting API to create a host object associated with the window and load it with the control that you specify as the title of the window. Question 10. What is the ATL Control Hosting API? Answer. ATL's Control Hosting API is the set of functions that allows any window to act as an ActiveX control container. These functions can be statically or dynamically linked into your project since they are available as source code and exposed by atl80.dll. Question 11. What problems might be encountered when using _atl_min_crt? What causes the linker error that _main is unresolved during release builds? Answer. Because before calling _main, program might be calling other function which is needed to initialize the members of the program. If that function calling fails, then it throws so-called linker error. Question 12. What is class description of CAX window 2T? Answer. Wraps an ATLAS Win80 window, providing methods for creating the window, creating a control and/or attaching a licensed control to the window, and retrieving interface pointers on the host object. Question 13. What is class description of window? Answer. Provides a method getDLGControl that will return an interface pointer on a control given the ID of its host window. In addition, the Windows API wrappers exposed by window generally make window management easier. Question 14. What is class description of Composite Control? Answer. Acts as a base class for ActiveX control classes based on a dialog resource. Such controls can contain other ActiveX controls. Question 15. What is class description of CAX window? Answer. Wraps an ATLAS Win80 window, providing methods for creating the window, creating a control and/or attaching a control to the window, and retrieving interface pointers on the host object.